Good evening. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome, welcome. We're back again with some more Call of Duty action. I don't have my northern compadre today. He's bailed on me once again. I'm going to need to start filing reports against him for absences. No, I'm only joking. He's away with the fam. Absolutely respectable. Is Mr. Pablo keeping busy? You love to see it. But we're back again with some more ACCL action today, guys. We've got a double header this evening. Our first game, though, on your screen, as you can see, is going to be 22 ESports up against a Ricochet Ultra. Obviously, your boy is going to be soloing the decks for this evening's set of games. Our second game is actually going to be a Division 3 game between Excite Gaming and Clinical Esports. Mr. Nooney reached out, and obviously, handsome devil, very big. Don't want to cause too many issues with him. And he's a good friend of mine, so I thought I'd cast that game for him and his lads. But yeah, double-headed this evening, guys, but it is just going to be little old me. A lot more interactive with the chat, though, so if you do have any questions that you want to ping over or just have a little chin wag, feel free to do so. But our first game here between 22 Esports and Ricochet Ultra. This is what the teams are lining up as. So we've got AK, Blowy, Clutch, and Pro on the side of 22 Esports. And then Ricochet Ultra, you'll probably know these lads pretty well by now. Hayden, Vex, Stoker, and 808. So Division 2, very, very stacked across the board. And we know pretty much most of these players in this one. I'm pretty sure I've cast these 22 Esports lads, especially AK and Pro, I believe. I've definitely cast 100%. But we'll look ahead at the maps as well for this one. So we've got double Berlin, double Tuscan, and a Bocage. So a bit of a mixed set on this one. No Bocage hardpoint, but don't fear, because I do believe... Oh no, I don't have a Bocage hardpoint in the next series either. So the guys have been very gentle to me. And Mr. Pro Silver in the chat, how you doing, buddy? And hello, Lee. How are you, mate? How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're just waiting on, I believe, one more player to lobby up, guys. And then we should be pretty much ready to go for map number 1. As you saw on your screen, which is going to be a Berlin hardpoint. But yeah, Division 2 is going to be our first set of games this evening. Obviously, Super League isn't kicking off just yet, but as soon as that does, we'll obviously be getting our teeth sunk into plenty of Super League action. And yeah, hope you guys are all well in chat. Hope you're all well in chat. I'd say it's an odd occasion when I get to chinwag with you guys in chat, so feel free. I will be a lot more responsive this evening to any messages and stuff that you are dropping in chat. But we are just waiting on one more player, I believe. If I can count. Yeah, just the one. But yeah, obviously group stages in this one. Not quite sure what the prize pool is for Division 2 this season. If anyone does happen to know, give us a heads up. I'm sure they're still playing for a fair chunk of change in Season 4. Season 4 already. Bloody hell. I can remember Season 1 like it was yesterday. And I want to quickly shout out as well to Mr. Aqua. That's worthy of a few of those. And Mr. Vossi as well, for 12 months. The 1-year badge looking very good on you, Mr. Vossi. Thank you very much for the resub, brother. Hope you and Mr. Hams are well. And big shout out to Deeks as well for the follow earlier. So, come to support the squadron, as you'd come to expect. But yeah, Division 2 is pretty stacked. I do actually have a big list of the teams here. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. There are a lot of teams in Division 2 this season. So you've got Erase Whites, Bueno White, Rory Gaming. Is it Rory or Rory Gaming? Milkshakes DJP. That was the game that we meant to cast the other day, but I think that was the one where my internet went. Then Excite Green, 22 Sapphire, Milkers, Exodus, Mistaken Bandits. There's a lot of orgs in here that have obviously got like kind of sister teams. So Flux Nation, obviously Ricochet Ultra being one of those sister teams. Who else have we got? We got Instinct Esports, Cerberus, Sin, Plethora. Obviously Nixer as well. I believe they've got a game starting at 7 against Rory or Rory. I'll go with Rory. Stop it, you little flirt. So let me just see. Yeah, we're still waiting on one, guys. And then we are ready to go. I say I'm ready whenever the players are. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the rosters for both teams and you are just jumping on board with us, this is what both teams in Division 2 here are lining up as. AK, Blowy, Clutch, and Pro on the side of 22 Esports, and Ricochet Ultra consisting of Mr. Hayden, a very established player, Vex, Stoker, and 808, who was a standout player in the last series that I cast over Ricochet. Very, very good on the respawn, so we'll have to see if he can do exactly the same again. We just let the lads know that we are ready to go. And yeah, map set as well for anyone who is interested. Double Berlin, double Tuscan, and a Bocage. So starting off slightly slower pace, going into a medium pace, and then, well, as far as search and destroy pacing is concerned, it's probably not the most rapid is Bocage, but very close quarters and very, very busy. But yeah, no northern man next to me. I do miss him. I do miss his beautiful beard and his northern accent. And it looks as though everyone is pretty much ready to go. So, just waiting on the big green button. DX Stoker is bad. Oh, we've had a 808 on top of the scoreboard. That's the thing, Si. That's what I anticipate and expect from him now after that performance last time I cast him. That's what I'm hoping for. Obviously, I know what Hayden's all about. And Vex and Stoker as well. Very, very solid players. So you would anticipate that this Ricochet Ultra team is going to be difficult to budge. I don't suppose you happen to know what their record is in this one, Si. Are they? I would anticipate they're unbeaten so far. This Ricochet roster. It would surprise me if they've dropped the game so far. If you do happen to know, give me a heads up. But map 1, guys, Bocage Hardpoint is now loading and getting underway. And as I always mention, guys, if the stream does drop or die randomly, don't worry. We will still be back. It's just either OBS or Vanguard have decided to shit the bed. So we'll be all right. We'll be back very, very quickly if that is the case. Hopefully, though, it's not. I probably jinxed it now, so who knows. Hayden is stiff. Yeah. As one stiff AR player, I can completely respect that. So, guys, we are now loading in to map number 1. And we are ready to go here between 22 Esports and Ricochet Ultra here on the Berlin hardpoint. And we'll see what both of these lads are about. A much more structured map, as me and Pablo always mention, is Berlin. And we'll see now what the boys of Ricochet have got in their lockers here, as Mr. Hayden going to be locking down one lane. Him and Vex doing well towards that outer side. There is still going to be Pro, though, looking to try and make potentially a bit of an early pinch here. Meanwhile, though, Stoker's doing exactly the same, straight through Secret. And at the moment, it's a very purple kill feed in the early stages of the hard point. Not necessarily the biggest marker to go by, as we know 22 Esports arguably on that less preferred side going into this P1. See if they can manage to punch their way in. Nope, Blow is going to drop straight away as Vex is going to manage to pocket him. And already the boys of Ricochet now probably just toying with the idea of rotating towards the next hill, as Hayden just going to pay for missing a few early shots here in this one. See, 808 is going to manage to get in towards the hill, and AK's put quite a few bullets into a couple of players now. He will get taken down, though, by 808. He's just going to try and punch his way in, but the boys of 22 Esports now going to try and steady the ship a little bit, as Ricochet with a really, really strong opening hill. You can see Vex, though. In he goes. Vex takes down one, going to dip out the back, trying to locate another, as AK is going to trade him out. So they've still got quite a few bodies over towards the hill currently. Have Ricochet, and Hayden's going to grab a pick onto Clutch. They're looking for a few more who are just waiting outside just for the time being. And Ricochet Ultra at the moment starting to push this lead out to quite a considerable margin. Even just off the early stages of these two hills, you can see that 22 are waiting for the right time to push in, but Hayden again going to punish another player. Is going to get tagged up there over towards the dock side by AK. But wow, what a start from Ricochet, and already Stoker on the rotation. Only going to grab one though, but Vex is also going to be here, and he's actually getting chased down. You can see on your mini-map by number 1 in Blowy. They've got to be careful not to allow Vex out the back too much, because his teammates are going to try and help him out as well, as Vex gets one, can't quite snap onto Clutch, who is just trying to keep his head down, but you would anticipate that 808 is going to be here for the trade, and that's exactly what Ricochet managed to do. So 22, they do have to be careful now, because a 60-point lead there or thereabouts here for Ricochet Ultra is going to be pushed out even further here if AK can't manage to stay alive for long enough, and he's not going to be able to. So now Ricochet locked in already over towards this P3. And this is a really one-sided hardpoint so far. You can see that 808 is now on a 4 streak. Hayden's just going to be locking down one side. Hayden with one, 808 with another. Now 5 in a row here for the man who we flagged up as being very, very good on hardpoint last time. He's going to be out the back here, and surely Clutch is going to have him dead to rights, and he will. So good work from Clutch, but he's going to have to try and stay alive. And at the moment, 22 Esports, they're just struggling to get bodies near the hill. Arguably solo pushing a couple of things. Blowy's going to grab one pick, but it looks as though they're going to just decide to chalk this off and rotate to new. Hayden, oh, itchy trigger finger there from Hayden, but the shots going into AK are just going to back up a couple of players. And 808 just waiting for the right time to strike it. Does spot the head of AK, but with the MP40 in the arsenal from that one. Not the preferred gun here, as Hayden's not going to be able to grab a pick. So now 22, this is their best chance that we've seen so far, all hardpoint long. And it looks as though Ricochet again just on the hunt to try and pick these players off one at a time. One man will fall. Stoker's going to drop AK as well. And now Vex going to pick the man off in the hill. And it looks like another collapse that comes through here for Ricochet. They always seem to be organised in their pushes, and that's exactly what they've done again now. They just opted to play it patiently, play for the first pick, and they've all pushed in and converged on those bodies, and now we're looking at a 100-point difference here in map number 1. Pro going to try and do his best to maybe grab a couple of players. Off the top rope he goes. Vex, though, laying prone, is going to punish him for not spotting him, and Vex gets another as well onto Blowy. And it feels as though 22 Esports have got a hell of a mountain to climb. You can see that AK is doing his best currently on the side of 22 Esports. They're going to need a little bit more, though, from the other 3 players. Blowy, Clutch, and Pro all really struggling. And it just seems to be the raw slaying ability of Ricochet, as we've come to expect from this roster, that are just really starting to put on a performance here. AK's going to drop. There's one for 808. He knows that Blowy's on the hill as well, and a second one comes through for 808. There is another man behind him, and I thought for a second he might grab one, but it looks as though Stoker's got an opportunity. Nope. Never mind. That one's gone. And 22 Esports, that lead is still standing at 100 here for the boys of Ricochet. So they do just have the opportunity to play this carefully, play it slowly. Stoker's going to get on the hill once again, and this time that is slowly eking away is not going to be beneficial to them. Pro grabs one pick. You can already see a race of arrows over towards the new hill, and number 8 Vex is just going to be out the back here. Some optimistic shots though, but doesn't miss a bullet, and meanwhile Hayden mops up people inside the hill, and Ricochet look really, really dominant so far. 22 Esports going to soak up what remains of the hill, but look at the setup of Ricochet, all locked in, all ready to go. They're going to have to try and lead behind a few grenades. A fortunate nade there actually manages to be the perfect one onto Vex, but Stoker's already toying with the idea of a couple of players going towards outer. Vex with some nice shots onto Pro, takes him down. There's going to be another man flying out the back, so good trades this time from the boys of 22 as they do get in the hill, but again it's just another couple of picks this time that come through from 808. Hayden again, ever present. 14 and 7 now for him. And with Stoker working a bit of a pinch here, they've got to be careful. Big kill, though, from AK just to try and stop those players from forcing their way through. They need the time, but they've also got to be careful not to allow any players to flip the spawns out, and that's exactly what Ricochet are looking to try and do at the moment. Clutch is going to have a big gunfight up against Vex here in the new hill. And when is he going to be able to take down? Vex is going to rechal it, and Clutch takes him down. But now look at the presence of purple arrows. Can he get another one as well? No, he can't. 808 is going to trade him. AK up top, though, with one. Again, another kill comes through from 808. 15th now of the hard point. Pro going to have to be quick here. And this is the difficulty by trailing by such a large margin. So, nice reach out there from Pro as he grabs a second. So a nice two-piece as he starts to light up a little bit. 4 in a row now for Pro. And they're going to need a lot more from him if they are going to start to claw this lead back. They've got Ricochet spawning out towards the back of Warehouse. They've got just to try and monitor the spawns a little bit here, because Ricochet, again, another patient break might benefit them here. It looks like it will. Blowy's going to be the last man near, and this is 20 seconds of time that they can't really afford Team Ricochet to get here. Trades ever efficient from Ricochet as they look to try and push the lead out around to 100 points once again. So the hard work of 22 Esports just allowing that scrap time has now gone. Oh, an 808 there. Gets a pick and another nice set of shots there to take AK down, but you can see that Vex is already pushing out the back. The aggression here. Vex with 1, Vex with 2. Can't quite get the third, but the damage might already be done. 808 is locked in, and they've managed to stop those players spawning out the back. Blowy's the last man alive in the hill. He will fall, and Ricochet punch in once again. It's looking really dangerous now for the boys of 22. They've got to try it and push in here, because if they get the remaining 30 seconds here, you would bank a lot of money that Ricochet get this one done. Blowy in fire. Nice shots to take Stoker down. They're going to have to try and coordinate a push here, but there's another pick this time that comes through from Vex. 22 fly in. Hayden's out the back. Hayden grabs one. The red arrows are still spawning out the back now as they do get spawns, but 808 just stays alive in the hill, and he gets 2, and now on a 9 streak is just absolutely tearing, looking to make it 10, and they just can't stop him at the moment. Repositions for the 11th, and my God, that is the song that Ricochet have been singing all map long as 808 puts 11 in a row towards the later stages of this hard point. Spots Blowy, knows there's a few players. Oh, might get some bad timing here. Oh, and almost manages to win another one that would have been absolutely criminal if he'd won that one as well. But now 20 seconds, you can see Clutch is desperately trying to get onto the point. AK's going to try and stay alive and chow the man out. He will get the man off the point, at least for the time being. A blow with a big kill, but there's still 2 more players to go through here. Hayden's still alive. They need to clear him out as well. Big kill there, and there is a team kill that actually comes through from 808, so they do breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, but 8 seconds with the way this map is going. There's only one winner that you can see currently at the moment. Clutch looking to try and grab a pick onto Stoker. There's 1 kill for him. Hayden's going to drop. Vex is going to drop as well, so much better from 22 Esports. But have they left themselves just too much to do here in this hard point? Pro has got a big responsibility here. There's a big first pick onto 808, but all Ricochet have got to do is just try and touch the hilt for small periods of this hard point now. Hayden. Are they going to get him out of the top here? Vex is going to just wait around the corner as Hayden falls. AK, there's a man close left. AK grabs another kill. Stoker going to trade him out. This is a big kill, though, from Pro. And now the glide bomb's going to come through. It's not going to collide, though, with Pro, who is proving to be a bit of a nuisance here at the moment. But Hayden takes him down. And now Clutch has to go huge. The collapse comes in. Ricochet, can they get the last remaining kills? AK's got to at least grab the man off the hill here, but they're just opting to stack this. Ricochet, they don't want to let go of this P5. That's exactly what they do. And they manage to take map number 1 in a fairly convincing style. 250 to 163. And a very, very strong start from the team that you would anticipate would be very good in respawn, as we usually see. You can see there. 808. Big respawn game from him once again. And it is now going to be 1-0 to the boys of Ricochet Ultra. Let me just sort out the map score. So it was 250 to 163. Mr. Prezi, thank you very much, buddy, for sorting out the old commands. Thank you very much, mate. So map 1 goes to the purple wall. Team Ricochet will now lead, or Ricochet Ultra, as they are known as this sister team. But again, going into map 2, it is going to stay on Berlin. So we'll see now if this 22 Esports roster can pull something out here in the search and destroy. Pacing obviously going to be slightly different. And it's Steve. How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. And Davio as well with the follow earlier. Thank you very much, buddy. Loving the cast, bro. Thank you very much, mate. And Hoss with the follow. Thank you very much. So we're just waiting on the boys to pick their respective sides, and I think that is what they are now doing. Looks as though they're pretty much ready to go. But yeah, map 1, guys, if you did miss it, 250 to 163 to Ricochet Ultra. And it looks as though they might be keeping host. It looks as though everyone is pretty much ready to load into map number 2, or Berlin Search and Destroy. Oh, and Specs with the resub. Thank you very much, brother. Specs gets 3.
Ronaldo, Suey.
Thank you very much, Specs. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. One of the iconic moments in Cold War. Forever ingrained in my brain. Thank you very much for the 6 months, brother. New badge. Chef's kiss. And AB Croy, thank you for Ab Croy, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Rough start, yeah. This Ricochet Ultra roster, though, when I looked at the Division 2 teams, they're definitely one of the favourites that I would put a finger on. So, you're good at casting, bro. How long have I been doing it? I've been doing it. When did I start? April last year, so just over a year-ish. Oh, it's actually June now, so a year and 1 and a bit months. But I appreciate the kind words, mate. Thank you very much. I think we're pretty much ready to go for map numero 2. The good old days. Yeah, Hams, you know. If you know, you know. Mistakes were made. He doesn't shower. Well, to be fair, if he's shooting like he is, does he really need to shower? But guys, we are now loading into map number 2 for the Berlin Search and Destroy. If you guys, as mentioned, did miss map number 1, Ricochet Ultra managed to take it 250 to 163. Anyway, facts. That's right. Get a bit of the old Lynx Africa Christmas set on you, mate. You'll be fine. But Berlin Search and Destroy. Map number 2 here for 22. And after that map 1, you do fear that if they don't take this map here, 22, it's going to be a very, very difficult reverse sweep to try and pull off here. But in towards the Berlin Search we go. And it's going to be Ricochet Ultra on that defensive side first. And a push is going to be the call here from 22. They're going straight through the door here. Is Clutch going to check the right corner? You can see that Vex is just tucked away. And he's going to manage to clear out one man. The trade's, though, looking a little bit clean in the early stages. It is, however, still a 2 versus 3 here. And you can already see the 808 alongside Stoker. They are just going to maybe try and retake this. Clutch's got to be careful not to get shot in the back. And he will fall to the shots of Hayden. And 808 off the top there. Going to clear him out. So first round on the board. First blood is drawn. And it goes in favour of Ricochet Ultra. Who took first map? It was Ricochet Ultra, mate. Yeah, if you guys don't know all the scores at the top for the maps and stuff for the best of 5, as it says on your screen, they should pretty much, unless I tell you, they should be accurate, because normally I do notice if they are a bit whack. But yeah, 1-0 to Ricochet Ultra here in this series so far. But 22 Esports don't count them out just yet. But we do need to see something from them here in the search. You can see that Blowy is just waiting around the corner. Hayden is just playing it patiently. And nice work there from Blowy. Manages to grab a pick. Clutch, though, if he goes out here, he's going to say hello to a few of them. Whoa, there should be a kill coming through shortly. You would anticipate he'd get shot in the back here. Vex spots him. Vex goes on the hunt. And oh, the shot's a little bit wayward there. He is going for the... Oh, and Clutch makes him pay for missing those bullets. He just spins around. He doesn't anticipate the reach out. And now it's all going to be on Stoker. Excuse me. And Stoker, 1 versus 2 required. Going to have to go through both Clutch and Blowy. Obviously doesn't have the bomb. So he's got a long route to go all the way round to try and retrieve this bomb. The timing has been really fortunate to him, though. I don't think they realise where that bomb was dropped. He's now going to retrieve it. So bomb in the hands of Stoker now. He's only got 15 seconds left to work with. They know that no one's on the B site here, 22. So you would anticipate that they're going to swiftly be running over to him, but they're not deciding to do that. They're just going to wait at B. Stoker gets the bomb down. And now just got to play it patiently. You can see Clutch and Blowy, they're going to go arguably straight down the barrel of Stoker here. They're both going to go up through the same area potentially. Blowy, got to be careful. They don't want to line up for him here. Oh, that's some really bad timing there for Stoker. He's going to dip out. They're going on the hunt, but good work there from Clutch to sniff him out. They spotted him, I believe. And Clutch tracks him down, gets the pick, and 22 Esports, they are going to put the first round of their team on the board and tie it back up to 1 round apiece. So a lot better there from the duo. Blowy and Clutch there combining for their team's first round here in the search. So we'll see what they can manage here on their next attacking round. Obviously, the first round we saw them go 8. We'll see if they decide to switch it up and maybe try and work something over towards the B site. It's going to be Clutch once again with the responsibility of the bomb. Vex is going to get in towards the site. Oh, he's got to be careful though. Clutch is right outside. You can see in mid-map, 808 is just playing by that statue. Door opens, peekaboo. He gets one. Can he get the second as well? The shots, no. Blowy is there for the quick trade. But look where 808 is. He's managed to work her out. Blowy, dead to rights on the bomb. One kill comes through. There's another kill that comes through. And every single one on the side of 22 Esports will drop. Very swift trading coming through from Ricochet. After that first kill, everyone just seemed to collapse one at a time. 808 with the final kill. And Kyle with the follow. Thank you very much, buddy. And now 22 Esports. Again, trailing once more. And this man on your screen, 808. With a big contribution so far after the first 3 rounds. So we'll see what they manage in round number 4 here. Oh, there's the info. There's all the info that you need. Pro. He spots the man. They're just waiting before they try and get this bomb down potentially here. One thing that 22 Esports are going to have to try and consider here is they are probably going to try and hold a really big defensive site over towards this back warehouse. And we've seen so many times where teams have tried to push through without getting that control. This first pick, though, has to go in favour of 22, you feel. Hayden has been spotted. The nade is cooked, ready to go. Will land on his head. Hayden's incredibly weak here, but it's so difficult to get bullets through. And there's the first pick from Blowy. There is going to be one man that sneaks through the back, though. Clutch has got a really good opportunity to make the play here. Hayden's dead to rights. He falls. And now Stoker and Vex are going to have to try and do it together. Nice shots from Stoker. He grabs one. They're not sticking the defuse at the moment. They are now. And they've got to be quick here. He's on the defuse. AK, he's just going for it. He's got to commit. Vex, is he going to get there quickly enough? He's not. The bomb will be defused. And 22 Esports will take the round. Now, just by opting not to have somebody relatively close for the bomb check is going to mean that they tie it back up once again. So Ricochet might be kicking themselves a little bit there. They did get some really bad timing, to be fair, towards the back of the warehouse. Clutch just managed to sneak his way through, I think, with some god timing. And obviously getting that pick out towards those boxes was really, really important. Nades ahoy as we get ready for the next round. And Stoker, I believe, yeah, he did tag Pro up with that nade, so the Holy Hand Grenade does pay off. So what are 22 going to try and do here? 808 is going to be watching over middle map. He might catch maybe one player in transition, depending how these go. They're just going to push straight through P1. It looks as though Clutch might get some really good timing. Hayden is, however, watching over the bomb site. There's all the information that he needs. Is he going to spot Blowy? He is. Bomb goes down, though. So Ricochet now got to work a retake. 808's going on that quick pinch again. Can he manage to get some good fortune like last time? Clutch in secret, getting tagged up. 808, the shot's a little bit wayward, and Clutch makes him pay. And they're all falling by the wayside now, Ricochet, as Vex finds himself last man up in a 1 versus 4. There were so many engagements going on all over the map, but Ricochet lost every single one of them. And now Vex has such a difficult position, and he's not going to manage it. So 22 Esports. They managed to clock another round on the board. 3-2 up, they lead now. And an important round to potentially sway this search and destroy. Can they manage to notch a 3rd round on the board? That's the question. And B is going to be the call here. Again, it's going to be Pro. Oh, nice shots across the map to take Stoker down. But Vex is there swiftly with the trade. So 3 versus 3 almost instantly here in round number 6. 808 going to stick the bomb. And meanwhile, Vex gets a pick. And now again, going to be the duo of Blowy and Clutch. This time, Ricochet just going to keep a man in sight. And Vex is going to be over towards that dock side. Clutch is going to be in charge of clearing out this back warehouse. Hayden, though, you can see him just tucked away in the corner. And with 20 seconds left, they've got to be really, really quick about this. They're just desperately trying to hunt down 3 players. And with 10 seconds remaining, I don't think this is doable. Hayden. Hello. Blowy opens the door. Bullets meet him on the other side of them. So Hayden takes down 1. Clutch, is it going to be the same outcome? I think he saw the shadow. He's not going to get the kill, though. But they will not manage to defuse the bomb. Clutch, his efforts aren't going to come through to anything. And it's going to be tied up once again. 22 Esports, just unfortunately not giving themselves really enough time to work something in that round. As carefully as you play it, if that time starts ticking down, there's pretty much no point. And Clutch and Vex, I would say, on streaks, but only a couple of kills. But they've still got 5 more to try and work up here. And Stoker again is going to maybe push himself down towards this site. There's going to be a lot of players here though, in towards this P2 site. Oh, and Stoker, there's a lot of players. Clutch is just going to fly out towards him, and they're going to get mopped up one at a time. Clutch grabs Stoker, but Stoker will take AK and Clutch down. As his teammate also contributes a kill, so Vex now 3 in a row. And Blowy again, going to be 1 of 2 remaining, this time with Pro. You can see again, with Vex just located in this corner, this is going to be so difficult for them to try and retrieve the bomb here. They're not going to check it. There's one for Vex. There's going to be another man waiting for him. Is he going to check? Blowy's going to opt to try and reposition here, and it's actually going to punish him. He's not going to go for the trade. He's going to try and get over towards the other side of the hill. Or the bomb site, apologies. And Ricochet, you see here, Hayden just shoots him straight in the back. A freebie for him. And again, another round on the board for the boys in purple. Ricochet Ultra. They've had phases where they've looked a little bit rusty, but now find themselves in the lead by 1 round. Vex still working on his streaks as well. Another 2 kills from that round now means that he's only 3 away from a glide bomb. And if he manages to maybe get a few more kills in a glide bomb and Ricochet take maybe 1 more round, it's going to look very bleak for them here. So Vex up towards the site. Oh, Blowy's a freebie for him. There's another pick for Vex, 5 in a row. And this is danger signs now. You can see 808 has got a really good bit of timing out the back here. Grabs 1. Pro's going for the trade, but 808 punishes him. He gets 2, and now it's all on Clutch it in round number 9. He needs a 1 versus 4. The bomb is down. He's got 35 seconds to clear out the whole team of Ricochet potentially and defuse the bomb. And you can see 808 is waiting for him. Oh, Clutch though. Nice shots. We'll take 1 down, but time is not on his side. We'll go. Oh, no, he stopped shooting. He stopped shooting, and Vex. That is another kill for him. 5 now on the board for Ricochet Ultra, and I believe 6 for Vex in a row. If he gets this kill, you would anticipate that he'd probably try and lob a glide bomb at it. So the man to keep an eye on your screen now. And where are 22 Esports going to run this bomb? Well, A site is the call. Clutch will spot 808 in the site. He needs a bit of help though. 808, is he going to go for the reach out here? Hayden's just going to get the wall bang in, and the first pick again goes in favour of Ricochet. 808 is still in that room. They can't seem to get him out. And meanwhile, Stoker gets a pick. So now this is looking really bleak here. Blowy and Pro. 2 versus 4 here to keep their team alive in this map number 2. Hayden spotted out the back, but Hayden just doesn't miss in those. And oh, bit of body shooting. I heard some additional bullets being peppered. But now it's all on Blowy. The shots are wavy. They're not going to be good enough. And Ricochet punished them in the search and destroy as well. 6-3. After 22, we're looking pretty solid and going toe-to-toe for them. Ricochet just hit a completely different gear in the later stage of that one. And they now see themselves 2-0 up in the series. Vex, what a search from him. 11-4. And the boys in purple now 1 map away from taking this series. I'll just put the score in for you guys. So there's just confirmation of it. 6-3 to Ricochet. Now sees them 2-0 up here in this best of 5. And it all lands on the control. And, oh, there's a name. Mr. Jocker. Blessing us with the beams of presence. Thank you very much for dropping by, mate. Hope you're well. Alright. So we are now just lobbying up, guys, for the control. Kieran very happy to see his boy. Mike! Oh, and I put ready in the wrong chat. Right. So Tuscan Control, map 3 here. 22 Esports need the reverse sweep. And on a pretty kill-heavy map, this is looking very, very difficult for them now. Still waiting for my Ricochet jersey. I know, Hams. Me too. Me too. My Ricochet flag was meant to go in the back there. You've been pied, Kieran. You've been pied. It feels weird saying do or die in map 3, but that's what it is here for 22. Otherwise, Ricochet will steam through them. And Tuscan Control is going to be the call. We know how defensive heavy this one is. But don't put it past Ricochet Ultra to just use raw power and aggression just to push their way in towards that B site. I'm only messing, Kieran. It's all good. Don't worry. Get Hams his hoodie first. I know he's been dying for it. So map 3 underway. Ricochet, they are going to be on that defensive side to get us started on this one. And this man on your screen, never shy of any aggression. Straight in towards that L section of the map. But it looks as though the boys at 22 Esports have done a good job of not getting too far pinned back here. Hayden is going to be a little bit alone. We'll spot one man going in towards you, but AK going to try and go for the chow. Good work, though. Good coordinated work at that. But, oh, God, 808. There he is. All guns blazing. Absolutely flies round. And AK in a really awkward spot here is going to tag Vex up, but you can see how many players are there. And number 7, meanwhile, Stoker, he's just on the push here for a few more players. He's getting littered with bullets here. Clutch is going to tag him up so many times. And off the top row, you can see there, he gets cut down by Hayden, who is going to get some really nice reads there. Can't get that second man, though. You have some nice production, Major. Oh, I appreciate it, Technique. I do like to put the effort into production. Just to try and give you guys a better viewing experience. I appreciate the kind words, mate. Hayden with some crisp shots onto 2 players. Nice work there from Hayden. I assume he's not going to check that corner. Nope. Clutch. Just laying prone. Going to catch him out on that one. And Stoker getting caught in the window that I personally get stuck in 24/7. So I'm not exactly going to grill him for that one. Oh, out he goes. AK, though, going to punish him. But 808, again, is just running these lanes, and there's another couple for him as he manages to drop both Clutch and AK. They force them off the point. Blowy is going to tuck himself away in the corner, and it does actually allow them a little bit of time to transition over towards the B point. Will they sneak past Stoker? They have managed to get past. But, oh, God, who's here? Mr. Ever-Present, 808. There's one for him. Onto the second as well, as he's just producing 2 pieces after 2 pieces. And Ricochet, they are really putting them to the sword here in this defensive round. They pushed into their spawn. Hayden is chewing through players himself. And meanwhile, 808 is now still roaming, going towards potentially his next victim. As Vex is just watching players transition over. There's 1 kill for him. Blowy will drop 808. But Vex, meanwhile, drops a couple of players. And that is a very, very convincing defensive round. 1 life versus 17 it was in the end. And Ricochet Ultra with a very strong opening round. If you're 22 Esports, you are worried about that because that was very, very one-sided. We know that defensive side is more preferable. But when you've got 1 kill to Clutch and Vex on a 6 streak, that is not something that you want to see. Blowy, Pro, and Clutch combining for the same number of kills as the lowest on Stoker on Ricochet at the moment. That is not a good sign. And instantly, look at that kill feed. It is very, very purple. We'll stay on board here with Vex. Because he has got a big one-on-one here against Clutch. That's a big kill. So if anything, they do manage to take him down. And they do stop those streaks potentially coming through. But meanwhile, Hayden's doing exactly the same. He's now on a fort. He's locked in. And this A site is slowly getting completed. 3 life advantage for Ricochet Ultra at the moment. Can they push it out any further? Pro with some nice shouldering, though, is going to force Hayden just to reposition here. But he just runs straight out into the bullets of Hayden as he now puts himself on a 5 streak. Hayden going to reposition once again. And he will get slapped round the side with a grenade. And he's just going to be forced to turtle up a little bit here as 808 manages to clear out that middle lane. Hayden going for the chow. That one's AK. And oh my god. Absolutely fries him. I think AK thought he had him dead to rights. He didn't. And Hayden now 1 away. Can he make it 7? No, he can't. So, phew, Blowy again. Going to allow his team a bit of a breathing space there. And Stoker just waiting for that first man to push in. Oh, not going to check the right direction, though. Pro will get caught out. And onto the point go those red arrows. So now, this is really important here, potentially for an opportunity to stack it. They opt not to do it. Vex out the back will fall. You can see here that 808. Ooh, 12 HP to his name. All they've got to do is just ping a peanut at him. And he's probably going to drop. Will work his way into bottom church. Dead to rights though. As Pro reads that well. Might be the same outcome for Vex here. Ooh, peekaboo. Surely 1 kill for him, yeah. So Ricochet, opportunity here potentially to get on towards the point. There's one for Blowy. That's all he can get. And now they're going to potentially try and stack this. Hayden has stopped the timer. Just going to try and watch the crosshair of players. And that's exactly what he's going to do. And meanwhile, 808 is just causing absolute havoc in the spawn as he now puts himself out to 5 in a row before he does subsequently drop. But this B point is looking pretty much done. The nades aren't going to be there quick enough. And Ricochet, they do exactly what we worried they might do. They take the attacking round. They go 2-0 up. And all they've got to do now is hold the defensive side. And this series is done. And just the raw slaying ability here of Ricochet Ultra is just pushing them straight through 22 esports, cutting it through them like a knife through butter at the moment. It is looking brutal here for 22. Stoker is going to land 1 nade. 808 going to get spotted though in towards the top of fire, so nothing comes of that. This A point is really coming through quickly here for 22. They're just going to opt to try and stack it, but meanwhile Vex picks off 2. Hayden drops the 3rd, and all of a sudden a point that was looking pretty much complete isn't anymore. And they've just not managed to track down 808 all game long. That's a much better job of them there, though. So, A point now complete. 2 minutes on the clock. We've seen a lot of teams opt to try and just stop that timer from going round too quickly just by committing just the 1 man. Oh, 808 needs to get away from this one. He does manage to do it, but they track him down there. Stoker is going to be very, very busy over towards this side. He does have his help, though, in the form of Hayden. And more info comes through for him as that nade is going to tag up another man. 808 watching the cross. They are really heavy to stack this and counter it, and that's exactly what Ricochet do. They now lead by 4 lives in a position where they were trailing by a couple. They're now up. And AK, again, going to be forced back. Let's see how many players are located just underneath here. There's one for 808. Going to try and keep his head down, and he does exactly what he always does, 808, in just managing to stay alive and get away as well. Won't get away from that one, though. AK shuts him down. Vex, though, again, ever present. As he's now 18 and 11. I mean, pretty much everyone on the side of Ricochet is having an absolute whale of a time in terms of kills. They lead by 5 now. 45 seconds left on the clock here. They've got to try and compose themselves a little bit here. 22. They need to regroup, and they need to try and push this together. Otherwise, this is going to be brutal. Hayden gets yet another pick over towards that site. And he's now only a couple away from a glide bomb. And these lives are really starting to run a little bit short now. Hayden, how many can he get? On the point goes AK. There's one kill for Hayden. Pro doesn't check the corner. Clutch. Onto the point he goes. The shots are looking good. Ricochet, they've cleaned them out once again. They've got one last go at this 22. Otherwise, this series is done. Blowy with an important first pick. He needs to wait for help, though, and Stoker with the nade is just going to subsequently stop that push. Vex is cutting them down in middle map. And with 12 seconds remaining, you fear that if Pro can't go huge here and stop the point, which he can't, this one is done. I'm pretty sure of it. Hayden in mid-map, trucks down 1, 2 seconds remaining. This map is done. This series is done. And Ricochet Ultra, fair play to them. They made it look fairly comfortable in the series. Very comfortable in the control. 3-0 in the control. And 3-0 in the series. We'll see here, 808. Electric as always. Just see the kills to deaths on the side of Ricochet, and deservedly so. They take the series 3-0. And let me just quickly update the map so you guys can see them. There you go, guys. It is all purple today. Ricochet take it in 3. Let me just quickly sort out the replays for you guys. So 250 to 163, 6-3 on the search, and 3-0. I'm sure Kieran and the guys will be very, very happy with that one. But we do have another game, guys. That is not our one and only game this evening. We have got a double header. I'm going to quickly try and find out to see if they can pull the game forwards. Because it is due to start at 8 o'clock. So there is an awkward kind of 40-minute gap. But yeah, our next game, guys, is going to be Excite Gaming versus Clinical Esports. Division 3 for that one. GG's, GG's. Oh, no worries, Hayden. No worries, Stoker. You're more than welcome, lads. Well played there by you boys. But commiserations there to 22. I'll tell you what, if anyone comes up against this Ricochet Ultra squad, you'll realise why it is so hard to take them down. They're a very, very good unit. And definitely one of my favourites here for Division 2. I'd be surprised if they don't manage to go at least to the final, to be honest. I'm just trying to find out from Excite and Clinical if they can grab that game a little bit sooner. Because if they can, obviously, we can just switch it over. Haven't had a reply just yet, guys, so just bear with me a second. If I don't get a reply in the next couple of minutes, I'll probably just end the stream and then just pop it back on again for our next game. Yeah, it's a big mismatch Division 2 this season, Alf. I think it's one where they've obviously merged a lot of the divisions. You've got quite a big skill disparity. Not enormous, but notable enough where there's probably going to be quite a few 3-0s. But I believe, from what I think Si was saying earlier, that now puts Ricochet 3-0, so... Alright guys, yeah, I haven't had a reply. So what I'm going to do, guys, I will end the stream here. Let me just quickly see if there is someone we can raid and show a bit of love to. But a huge shout out, thank you very much, guys, to all of you who have tuned in once again. And who shall we raid? Let's raid Destroy. I can't remember the last time I raided Destroy. I don't think I have. He's doing a 2v2 with Mr. Swogi. What a man. We're 4-1. Oh, okay. Who did you lose to? But yeah, guys, that is going to be it from me this evening for game number 1. But I will be back for game number 2. Do not fear. There's plenty more COD this evening. I've got another game, as mentioned, if you guys are just jumping on board, which is going to be Division 3 Excite Gaming versus Clinical Esports. So that one is going to be at 8 PM. I'm going to quickly dip, sort everything out for that, grab some food, and we'll be ready to go to do it all again, guys. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, new and old. Big shout out to everyone for tuning in, and those very, very beautiful human beings for dropping the subs as well. There's Specs, Mr. Vossi, and Hams. Thank you very much, guys. It's worthy of a few of those. And yeah, I'll be back at 8 o'clock, guys. So if you want to grab your food and drink beforehand, feel free to do it. And I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Love you all. Beautiful peoples. See you in a bit.